For today's Cyber CEO episode,
Nicole took off of my plate right away is our social media content. Nicole has done a phenomenal job. She works with Facebook, Instagram, and she started a LinkedIn page for 𝗙lie just this last month. That's just something that we don't even have to worry about anymore, that whether or not things were scheduled or posted, she just does that. So that's been a huge thing. She helps keep all of us on track. I can't imagine what that week would have looked like if I didn't have Nicole doing that with us. She's just so enthusiastic and ready to learn. So I love it.
welcome to CyberCEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. CyberCEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. All right, another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is 𝗙𝗯𝗶𝗶. We're back with another episode of CyberCEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show right now. Kelsey, how are you doing today?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Thank you very much for asking and for dropping by. We know you're very, very busy. Now, to kick things off, to let you know, we have a lot of listeners who are also business owners just like you. So I need your help here. Can you introduce yourself to our audience? Maybe starting off with, what's your role in the business, Kelsey?
Sure. My name is Kelsey, and I work as the Director of Operations for 𝗔𝗰𝗰𝗶𝗹 Dream Home Specialists. We are a real estate agency in Pinehurst, North Carolina.
All right. Now, how long have you been in the real estate business, Kelsey?
I'm coming up on a year. So our rainmaker, 𝗔𝗰𝗰𝗶𝗹, and I have been friends for a very long time. And I worked in economic development before this, and she brought me on when she wanted to expand her business. So this is, she's been in for, this is her 5th year, I believe, in real estate. And
so fairly new in the real estate business then, right? There you go. Now, how about with virtual leverage? Is this your first time working with someone virtual?
Yes, it is. Yeah, we have not. I have not done that before.
Now, we're all kind of used to working with people that we can see and meet physically. Now, a lot of it is going virtual. So how was the transition for you, Kelsey?
It's been great, but it was interesting. This is, I have done hiring before, 𝗙lie hasn't, but for us to work with a cyberbacker and somebody online has been interesting. Both 𝗙lie and I are very people-oriented. We like to be around other people. And so a big thing for us, though, is Nicole and I have morning Zoom meetings. So we take about 10, 15 minutes every morning just to check in and see what's going on for our day. And so that's kind of helped bridge that a little bit. But it's been, it's not that much of a difference, especially for those of us who experienced changes through COVID. So a lot of stuff went online.
Yeah, again, during pandemic, it was a negative, but something positive came out of it, at least, right?
Yeah.
The virtual world.
Yeah, and that we learned that we could do that just fine.
True.
And
Now, talking more about virtual leverage and Cyberbacker, how long have you been with us, Kelsey?
We actually just had our 2-month call is kind of how this came about, is they called to see how things were going with Nicole. And then they asked if we would share. So yeah, we just hit 2 months.
So fairly new in the partnership then. Now, of course, so it's barely fresh, the memories of going through the hiring process of Cyberbacker then, right? Now, how was the experience there for you?
It was really great. So one of the things, 𝗙lie and I both knew that we needed help. We were at a point that we were talking about that it needed to happen sooner rather than later. But one of the biggest things that we were worried about is, how do we find that person? How do we hire that person? What's that process look like? Especially because in my past experiences, it was very cut and dry of what I knew I was looking for, where the real estate world has so many pieces, so many layers. So how do you make that all work together? And when we had our first initial conversation with Cyberbacker, it was amazing because they dove right in with us and was asking, what are the things that you're looking for? What is it that it would look like if you had somebody help you do X, Y, and Z? So as soon as we walked through that process, I mean, it was so smooth. It was amazing.
Yes.
We were blown away every step. Just that here we have an initial conversation. A few days later, we have applicants who match what we're looking for, who have experience or are ready to be trained in the things that we're looking for. And then getting to talk to them, just having that quick interview session with them just to get to know them a little bit and move forward. And I think we moved fairly quickly when we met Nicole and said, nope, we would love to work with her. She's amazing. So
what was it about Nicole that you really liked, that you wanted to partner with her right away?
Something about her energy was just so great, and her willingness she was just ready to jump right in. She works with another agent as well, and so she had some experience doing certain things that we were looking for. But she is just a ray of sunshine. And so we loved that from the first time that we talked to her, is that it was just so much fun.
That's good, because imagine you're just 2 months into the partnership with Nicole and you're already having a great experience. Imagine what you can do in a year or two, right?
We talk about that all the time. Our Rainmaker actually had she had COVID this week, and she was down and out. And we had in June, in the past week, we had 4 clients go under contract, and I could have done that on my own. I know that I can't imagine what that week would have looked like if I didn't have Nicole doing that with us. I mean, she, from those introductory emails to lenders and inspections and things, she made everything so much easier that it was okay that we were down a person. And I don't even want to think about it if she was not with us this past week, what that would have looked like. So
something exciting to look forward to. Again, just 2 months in, imagine what you can do in the next year, for example. Right?
I can't wait.
Now, talking about things to do, what are the tasks that you leverage off to Nicole every day that really help you to grow and focus on the business?
One of the things that Nicole took off of my plate right away is our social media content. So she's been working, we post something at least once a day, Monday through Friday. And Nicole has done a phenomenal job. She works with Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. She started a LinkedIn page for Julie just this last month. We have she uses Hootsuite and Canva and and does a lot of work with both of those. And so that's just something that we don't even have to worry about anymore, that whether or not things were scheduled or posted she just does that. So that's been a huge thing. She's also taken on the role of transaction coordinator for us. So as soon as we go under contract, Nicole has taken the reins on that. So she's coordinating inspections, working with lenders, working with attorneys. So it's less for us to make sure, when we go through our checklist of, hey, is this done? We know, hey, Nicole's got it. So
right there again, she's almost everywhere in the business, and almost.
She is.
Now, again, just 2 months into the partnership, and you've already have an excellent experience with your Cyberbacker. But what I'm curious to know is, how do you create such a successful partnership with someone who's virtual? Do you have any tips that you can share?
Yeah, I think for us, it's the communication piece. Like I said, things come up. We know we're busy, but we start the morning, usually Nicole and I, just a 10-15 minute check-in. Do you have any questions? What are we working on today? Is there anything that you need from us to make that work? We also do a Friday check-in where we just run through what we did that week. What were the things that we all do it. So both myself and Julie, our Rainmaker, have to sit down and say, what did we do to move our business forward? What are our goals? Are we hitting those? So I think that communication piece is key for us, is that continuous. We also strongly encourage Nicole to tell us when we need to stay on track. And she's done really well with that. I admire that for her, because it's hard to tell people that you're working for, hey,
true,
you need to do this. But she does, she's great. She's like, hey, I need this. Like, you guys, we need this for next week. And she does a great job at that. And so she helps keep all of us on track. But I think it's that daily communication that really makes a difference for us.
Really, the communication to make this successful. And again, giving feedback to each other, not just one side. Because again, this is a partnership between the both of you, right?
Right. Right.
Now, Kelsey, one last question for you. And I forgot to tell you that Nicole is going to be listening once we have this episode uploaded. Yes. So we would like to know, what do you like most about Nicole? What's the first thing that comes to mind?
Oh, God. Her enthusiasm for what we're doing. I mean, she is just so excited to be a part of this. And I love that. I mean, she's just like, yes, this is great. I'm so excited to help us. And she celebrates when we get somebody under contract with us. And, so she's just so enthusiastic and ready to learn. So I love it.
There we go. Now, we are very, very excited to see where this partnership leads to, of course, for many more years to come. And again, Kelsey, thank you very much for dropping by. I had fun talking to you today.
Thanks for your time. It was great. Me too.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.